Hey everyone, this is Erin Anding, your school librarian and site technology facilitator. I'm here to give you either a review or an update to the assignment that you have for Dr. Abair's class. The first one is due tomorrow. Please note this is going to be for your major COVID-19 paper, the safety measures paper, where you're going to look at two different position situations. And notice what the directions say here. You need to select 5 resources/pieces of evidence from the opposing viewpoints database for your upcoming compare and contrast paper related to COVID-19 measures. Each time that you look at a piece of evidence, you should evaluate it for its usefulness. Justify to Ms. Anding and Dr. Abair the 5 resources that you ultimately select on this Google form. You will submit the Google form 5 times, once for each resource. You will submit one per day, beginning Tuesday, October 20th, then the next one on Wednesday, etc. Each submission is worth 15 points for a total of 75 points. So in class on Friday, we went over the idea that you were going to write a paper. We went over the idea that you need to find the pieces of evidence for that paper through a database. We're not going to use search engines or, the library catalog today, so, for this paper so much. We're going to use databases. We talked about there are 5 criteria for when you find something, whether in the database, the search engine, the catalog, in this case, the database. You should be looking at a potential piece of evidence through 5 criteria. That's currency, relevance, accuracy, authority, and purpose. Currency, relevance, accuracy, authority, and purpose. To be honest, if a resource, a potential resource, potential piece of evidence does not meet all 5 of these, you need to strongly consider not using it. Okay? You need to strongly consider not using it. This Google form is for the 5 that you ultimately select. The 5 pieces of evidence you are going to use to back your claim, to back your reasoning up in your paper. This Google form is for the 5 pieces of evidence that you eventually decide are the ones you will use. Okay? Not for just any pieces of evidence. If it goes on this Google form, you are most likely using it. Okay? It is going, unless something really weird happens. If it goes on this Google form, you're using it. Okay? Because you have decided it is worthy of being in your paper. All right? Now look, you're getting 15 points per evidence, and you're going to submit this 5 times, which means that you will have a total of 75 points. So this is a very, very real assignment when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, but you should get all of them as long as you fill it out correctly. Okay? Notice this is an adjustment for first period. We are going to try and chunk it out a little bit more. Third and fourth, you heard this. First, we realized we needed to adjust. You're going to submit 1 by tomorrow, 1 by Wednesday, 1 by Thursday, 1 by Friday, and then 1 by the following Monday. Okay? The opposing viewpoints database. What are you looking for? I'm going to do a demo here. Oh, this is the assignment. Let me send it so I can pretend to be you. What are we looking for? Obviously, your information, so I can sort it in a database. In a spreadsheet when it comes through. This is the first resource I'm doing, so there's my first point. This is the first of 5 times I'm going to submit this. We're going to pretend that I found an academic journal. This I will show you in just a minute. That is the citation. Notice number 3. We are going to show that in a minute. Number 3. Do you believe it's a primary or secondary source? Okay. Rate its currency. I feel it's pretty current. It is current because, give your reasoning. Back up your reasoning for why it's current. It is extremely relevant to my paper. This academic journal article is very relevant because its accuracy, its correctness of fact. I can only judge based upon grammar and spelling since I do not know much information about this topic, but now you're going to write your own justification. I'm writing the authority. The authority is good because the author has a degree in this subject matter. Okay. I like the resource's purpose. The resource's purpose appears to be mostly objective because dot. You're going to have to fill in all those dots. Last one right here. After thoroughly evaluating this resource, why did you decide that it was an acceptable piece of evidence for your paper? Give your final justification. In the end, while the might not have been as good as I wanted, the other criteria were so good that, okay, and you submit. That's for one resource. You're going to do that 4 more times over the entire week, 1 per day. Okay, if you're trying to chunk it out. Now, where can you get the 5 final pieces of evidence? You've got several. You can go to your school's Mac and V account. I'm logged in. There's databases. There's the Gale databases. You can open now. Remember, we're going to opposing viewpoints. You can go to your Clever account. There's the Gale resources. You go in, you're going to go to opposing viewpoints. You can go to the school district website. You go to the website, you go to families, go to research tools. There's Gale. You can go to the school website, glenoakshigh.com, go to academics. Oh, sorry, we've been moved. Library and technology. It's fine by me. Reading and research. Gale databases. Opposing viewpoints. Now on this one and this one, you're going to need the password off campus. This one and this one, you're using Google single sign-on, so you're going to get in. But I'm going to go into one. I'm going to find Glen Oaks. I'm off campus right now. I'm going to go to opposing viewpoints. Notice it's asking me enter the password. Oh, might be able to sign in with Google now. Try that out. Looks like we might be having that now. That'd be fantastic. Okay. Let's say I'm going to do a paper about COVID. Let's go to advanced search. COVID-19 as a keyword and mass. I want full text. I want to be able to read it. I'm going to say, I'm going to be specific here. I'm going to say newspaper. No, I won't do that. Let's just see what we get. I get 6 videos, 15 academic journals, almost 2,900 newspaper articles. We'll go to this academic journal. Remember, academic journals tend to be things that we find mostly in databases. Remember, peer-reviewed are the top because experts said they were good. So if I really want to get that authority, I'm going to do this. That brought it. Actually, it didn't bring it down. They were 15. The practice of wearing surgical masks during the COVID-19 pandemic, let's just say I decide this is good. I read through it, I decide it's good. I'm going to fill out this paper, right? I mean, this is paper right here. When I said citation for number 3, this is what I meant. Copy and paste that. You'll get your credit for number 3. We'll talk about that on Tuesday. You can also come down here, copy and paste. We do MLA 8th edition. I'll explain that tomorrow. Copy and paste that. Copy and paste right there. You can print it, you can download it, you can send it to your Google Drive. Okay? You can get the link to go back to. Do not forget what you're doing. I set up the Google form so that if you've set up your Gmail correctly, you should get a response. But no matter what, back yourself up by printing it, getting the link, downloading, or sending it to your Google Drive. Okay? Make sure you cite. Make sure you fill this out 5 times. Okay? And there we go. Okay? If you have any questions, I will hold a Google Meet. I'll give the Google Meet link to Dr. Abear to post in your classroom. I will be available on Monday, October 19th, 2020 from 3:15 to 4:15. I figure that gets some students who are on the buses time to get home. 3:15 to 4:15. I absolutely will be leaving campus at 4:30 because I have to go get my children. Okay? October 19th, 3:15 to 4:15 if you are having any questions. Thank you so much and have a wonderful Monday. If you're coming back to class, face to face, welcome back to campus.